So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Women's Coffee Club. We created this club to provide a safe space for all of us to share and inspire each other, learning from a different host each week. So we're so happy to see you all. And the topic is so appropriate that Binta had chosen, which is self-confidence. Many times we are just, you know, basically we're surviving, we're not thriving because um, we're afraid to move forward with whatever it is, whether we don't have clarity or we have this conversation in our head saying, one side telling us that yes, you can do this, and then another conversation, two conflicting conversation, or you can't do it, you don't have what it takes. So this is just a very timely conversation, and we really appreciate Binta proposing this. So Binta, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then tell us why you decided to choose this topic, self-confidence.
Oh, thank you, Rainy. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I am so grateful to be here. And thank you for all of you for being here and allowing
Good
me
morning,
to.
Suzanne. Sorry.
Good morning, Susan. My name is Binta. I am originally from Gambia, West Africa, but I live in the United States. I am in New Orleans, Louisiana. I have an LLC company called Binta's Dream, and the company is about me creating all kinds of products, at-home products for the body, and also for the body inside and out. So that is another story. But I chose this topic because for me, it's an ongoing journey. It's like every day I have to teach myself to teach myself about self-confidence in order to move forward. I have conversations with myself consistently about why I can't do things and why I'm not good enough and what people are going to think of me and so forth. Like everybody that out there, so many people are out there like that. So that is why I chose this topic, because it's for me, it's like is what sets me back at times. But the more I tell myself to be confident, the more I do things out of not fear, the more I see myself going forward, the more I feel like the universe, God, whatever you call it, supports me. So that is why I chose this topic, because it's very important for me, and I'm just constantly struggling with it and learning to use it. And I feel that it works each time I allow myself to go do something that I'm not comfortable doing or fearful of. It really works. So before we start, I would like, if you give me permission, to read from Napoleon Hill's book, the self-confident formula from Napoleon Hill's book, because this is something that helps me so much. I can't even tell you. So I've been reading this for the longest time, and I'll keep reading it every day. So this is what Napoleon Hill says in his self-confident formula. Self-confident formula. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Second, I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture. Third, I know through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. 4. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I shall develop sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Fifth, I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person. Back of this formula is a law of nature which no man has yet been able to explain. The name by which one calls this law is of little importance. The important fact about it is it works for the glory and success of mankind if it is used constructively. On the other hand, if used destructively, it will destroy just as readily. In this, in the wait, sorry, this is readily. In namely that those who go down in defeat and end their lives in poverty, misery, and distress do so because of negative application of the principle of autosuggestion. The cause may be found in the fact that all impulses of thought have a tendency to clothe themselves in their physical equivalent. That is from Napoleon Hill, and that is what I read every day. I do my best to read this every day, and I committing it to memory is kind of tough because it's a long one. So sometimes I will try to memorize it, and then I have to come back and open the book again. But this is I can't, like he says, I can't explain this because, sorry, I can't explain this. It's like each time I read it, it's like drinking a person, like a person, something, medicine that gives me such, gives me medicine, like something that does something to my brain and my mind. I cannot explain it. Just like he says, I cannot explain it. It's reading it over and over and over again. And from everything that I've been doing, like I teach yoga, I practice yoga. And my biggest fear is speaking in front of people, just like I am doing today. Even like reading out loud terrifies me. But I am here, I am doing it in front of you all because I'm practicing self-confidence. I teach yoga in front of people here in New Orleans. I invite people that I don't even know, tell them, come, I'll teach on Saturdays. I go to the park and I let other people see me doing it. Before I used to be so scared, like being in my shell. But without self-confidence, if I don't practice, reading this alone doesn't serve me if I don't take action. We can do everything. We can do everything in our lives we can listen to all the books that we can read all the books. We can listen to anybody that like Rini was saying, Tony Robbins and everything. But if you don't take action, all that doesn't matter. You have to take action. When you take action, that's when the universe moves, through you and it helps you. And that is why this book, Napoleon Hill, has helped me so much. People like Bob Proctor, they helped me so much. Bob Proctor he's the one that actually changed my life. He's the one that made me realize that I had a mind that I can use in a positive way, the subconscious and the conscious mind. I did not know all that stuff. This paradigm stuff, I didn't know about all that stuff. But Bob Proctor just changed my life forever. Yoga is the thing that opened my heart and allowed me to be ready to see what's in front of me. So coming from a culture that does not know anything about yoga, I come from Africa. And when I came here, I walked into a studio and I saw how the teacher was moving. I was like, this is what I would like to do. But because of fear, because of lack of self-confidence, it took me 3 years to really, to finally say, okay, I'll go through it. And because my teacher saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, really, really like encouraged me to say, come on, Binta, you can do it, you can do it. And I didn't believe in myself, but in the end, I see that I can do it. And now that is why I strive to say, I don't want to let that go. I will teach, I will do it in front of people. And I'm just so grateful to be able to have people like him that believe so much in me. I practice everything. I share everything that I'm telling you, and I have so many things that I practice for self-confidence, and that is gratitude also. Gratitude helps me to be self-confident, being thankful, being grateful for everything I have. Every morning I wake up, I write down everything that I'm grateful. I journal, and in the night before I go to sleep, I journal about things I'm grateful for. Knowing that I love of myself, loving myself first, which I didn't used to do. I used to always admire other people and love other people and say, oh, look at them, they're so great. But I wasn't giving that to myself. Loving myself and knowing that I am one with God, I'm one with everything in life is what gives me self-confidence. Knowing that God loves me no matter what. Knowing that it's okay for me to make mistakes. It doesn't matter. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to give it my best. We don't have to be perfect. We just do the best that we can. Knowing that gives me self-confidence. And seeing my teachers make mistakes in front of me actually also gave me a boost. That when I'm teaching and I make a mistake, it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Prayer gives me self-confidence. Praying to my God, praying to my higher self gives me confidence. Praying to my ancestors, asking for guidance from my ancestors, from all of our ancestors, those who are now not here, gives me self-confidence. Like I said, knowing that I am loved by God gives me self-confidence. Centering myself, like meditation and practicing yoga, gives me self-confidence to always face my fears, always. Whenever I feel out of sort, I go to my corner, I have my altar. I sit in my altar and I meditate every day. It's like, it's every day I center myself. You have to find a place to always go to your corner and be with yourself. It is very important to do that. It's very, very important to do. That is the first thing they taught us from a yoga teacher training. Meditation, building your altar where you go every day and you sit down and be with yourself, like Oprah Winfrey talks about that. Sitting down and being with her feelings every day is very important. Those are all very important. asking for guidance from the divine, from whoever you believe in, asking for guidance, knowing that I can't do this by myself. I need guidance, and asking for guidance and knowing that you're not perfect, but ask for guidance. Ask for guidance. That is, and taking action. That's what I wrote down. I have so many other things, but if I have to say about all those things, we will be here forever. Surrounding myself with people, who always allow me to find power within myself. People who always allow me to find to be strong and to be confident. And people like you all, people like Rini and Valerie and my husband. My husband, he's the one that really, like, I'm so grateful, because without him, first of all, it's because of him I'm able to do everything that I'm doing, because he sees me as who I am. He allows me to, he just lets me be. It's like so many people, a lot of people are in some relationships where they're not supported by their partners or whatever, but he supports me and he lets me be. He supports me in everything. And so I'm grateful for him. My yoga teachers, like I said, I have a community of yoga friends and that believe in me, and they uplift me all the time. Valerie Fagan, she's not here today, but she's my best friend. She lifts me up. She's the one who brought me to Bob Proctor. Rini here, I can call Rini and say, hey, Rini, this. We talk, we encourage, these two people encourage me, and all of you here listening to me and allowing me to speak. You are all my friends, and surrounding yourself with powerful people, surrounding yourself with people that lift you up, surrounding people who will walk with you. When you fall, they will lift you up. People who will not laugh at you, and people my family members, my sisters and my brothers. The love between us gives me self-confidence. We all love each other so much, no matter what. We fight sometimes, but that's okay. The love between us is so strong. I come from a strong community of family. My ancestors, my mom and dad, they're not here right now, but they raised me well, and they instilled in me love and respect for humanity, for people. And so that is what I practice also, listening to my heart, and knowing that my heart always leads me to do the right thing. And knowing that it's okay to make mistakes. If I make a mistake, it's okay. Come back and just relearn. And the good thing is the universe always starts again, allows you to start again. So listening to my heart and if I make a mistake, I correct it. Saying no also, learning to say no to things, not just be like nice all the time. You have to be nice. You have to learn, you have to know when to say no. So those are the things that gives me self-confidence. And forgiveness, forgiving myself, and forgiving others also is something that gives me self-confidence. I have forgiven myself for all the silly mistakes I've made, for all the things that I used to do when I didn't know better. And I forgive all those in my culture that instilled, that conditioned me to believe otherwise, that hurt me, and I forgive them all. I forgive everything. I literally, like, this self-confident formula is such good big medicine. I recommend it. It's such great medicine for me. I literally can tell you that I do not have any hard feelings for anything, for anybody. I am just the way I am. I see people, even when I'm walking down the street, even if somebody doesn't look me in the eye, I say hello, they don't look, I just say something kind to them, just wish them well. And knowing that everybody out there, we are all made from the same fabric, and that everybody is going through something. Everybody is doing the best that they can. Now that is what I realize. Before I used to always say, oh, why is it doing that? Why is this? Why is that? But no, now I realize that everybody is doing the best that they can. Even in my own family members. Sometimes I argue with my brother sometimes, but now I realize that he's doing the best that he can, and I just have to meet him where he's at. So that is what, all these things that I said, that is what gives me self-confidence. That is what allows me to practice self-confidence. It's a journey. It's not that, it's a journey. Sometimes my paradigm takes over and say, but I just keep going. And these are all the things that, everything that I said here is what gives me self-confidence. So my question to everybody here who wishes to share is, what kind of practices do you do to elevate your self-confidence? That is what I would like everybody to share, if you're willing. You don't have to if you don't have to, but I would love to learn from all of you, your practices of self-confidence. Anybody?
Thank you so much, Binta. Oh my gosh. First of all, I just want to commend you. My goodness, you're talking about self-confidence. What you just presented, you know, that tells me you have self-confidence. I have seen your growth from the first time I met you to where you are today. So congratulations, Binta. That was a great presentation. You practically listed all the things you need to do to boost your self-confidence. Each of us have something, knowledge, skill, passion, or whatever that is different than other people. You have something I don't have. Each one of you, you have something I don't have. When I decided to create this platform to allow all of you to share, to have a different host each week, that was one of the purpose, was to help everyone with their self-confidence, because then you don't have to do a presentation every single week. You only have to do it once every 3 months or whatever. And that's exactly, this is a good practice for people to be able to present. And Binta, you are amazing. Congratulations. So happy for you. Who want to share? And each one of you here, I'm just so grateful to have you here. And I know each of you have something that is more than anybody else. And who wants to share next? Suzanne, you want to share?
There we go. Sure. Thank you, Thank you, Rini. Thank you, Binta. I most resonate with your number 6, which is when you present positivity to everybody, even if you're not feeling it first thing in the morning, and when you present it, it comes back. The positivity and the uplifting of other people. And I'll tell you, the best thing I did was signing up to be that drive-through window person at Starbucks. And it's like, I think I'll probably do that till the end of time, even if I don't have to work in retail. And do you all know Peanuts, the Peanuts gang? Okay, well, Lucy has that little cubicle where Charlie Brown goes. Now take Lucy and put Linus in there, and that's who I am. Every morning at the window, I am Linus to everybody. And depending on whether we had a conversation the day before, because I have a lot of regulars or I knew people, just I think bring that positivity with their coffee every morning. You just sends them off. And by the end of the day, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm ready, because I've been giving, and people have been responding, and I let them go where they're at. Sometimes they're on conference calls. I'm like, bye. So even a wave goodbye is enough to let them know that I care, that they've come through the window. And then if people want to talk and I'm waiting for a little bit longer for their food, it gives me more time to bring out my Linus. So that is me. Even when I don't have to work at Starbucks anymore, I may still do it. I may still get in my little window as Linus and give out positivity.
That's
so that's
awesome.
my practice.
Yeah, that's absolutely so awesome. You know, we have the choice whether we want to focus on things that are negative in our lives, the things that we think we cannot do, or we can focus on the thing we can, right? And you're just sharing it with people. And if you just continue doing that, and like Binta said, take action. That part is so important, that sometimes we're aware of something and we have this conversation in our head. One side says you can do it, the other side you cannot. And then you decide which one to focus on. And if you decide to focus on, yes, I can do it because I'm worth it. Binta talks about self-love, and that saying that I can do this and that I'm worth it, that I'm going to do it. But the next thing is like you plan and then you have to take action. That part is so important. Sometimes when we don't have clarity, we just don't do anything. We just kind of thinking, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I need to do? And you just keep mulling that over and over, not do anything. You know, regardless of even when you don't know what you're supposed to do, you lean into it. You just try whatever comes into your mind and you do it. You know, Suzanne, you're talking about you're the lioness. You're just friendly to everybody at Starbucks, and that's all it takes. It's just you start somewhere, regardless. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Yes.
sending them off on their day with positivity. I was listening to someone who said it goes 3 times. You know, you send the positivity to that person, they're feeling good. They're sending positivity to the next, and it's a
Exactly.
ripple effect.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I agree 100%. Yes.
Yeah, even if it's just one action each day, what is it that you can do today? One small action. So Ria, thank you so much, Ria, for coming, and we would love to hear from you.
Okay, I had time to think it over what I'm doing. What I'm doing is affirmations to feel great about myself. And something that I do is dress for success, to put something nice on and just feel amazing. So that is already in good energy. What I'm doing is when I'm outside, I smile. I look at people in the eyes and I give my big smile, or I say hello. And most of the time, almost all the time, they say something back. I do mirror exercise. I'm standing in front of the mirror, so loving myself, because I'm Louise Hay teacher, and loving myself is very important. And I love this exercise. And I use the little words that my mother was saying to me when I was really very small, and it feels so good, and it gives energy, and I just feel happy. What I'm doing sometimes is talking to someone in front of the till, not the one who is in the till, but who one is waiting in line, and just start a conversation with things that you see, or just push myself to talk to someone that I don't know, because I don't know that person. So that are maybe more things, but that are the most important things that I do.
That is so amazing, Ria. I agree with you 100%. Mirror practice is also amazing. I do it every day too. I look at myself in the mirror and I say, just this morning, I was like, you are going to be great. You are going to be fine. Don't worry. They're going to love you. You are a wonderful speaker. I practice in the mirror all the time too. And like you said, just being kind to people, I live very close to a pharmacy here called Walgreens Pharmacy. And over there, they have this man that always sits there. He doesn't ask for anything. He just sits there, and he looks always, his head is down all the time. And people will just always walk past him all the time because he's homeless. So people don't want to talk to him. But each time I pass by, I say, hey, how are you doing? He will look at me and he will say, oh, you always touch my heart. Every time I see you, I just like, my heart just opens and I just feel so happy. And that's all it takes. I don't have anything to give him, but it takes just letting the person know that they matter. Not just because they're on the street doesn't mean I'm better than them. You know, it's just a circumstance that allows them to be there, but they are whole, just like me. And that is what I practice. The other day, before we went to Florida, we went to get some ice and he was out there. So I said, hey, Joseph, because I asked him what his name was. His name is Joseph. He said, hey, I said, how are you? I said, how are you? He said, I'm okay. I'm all right. I just came from dialysis. And he started to show me his arms, you know. So I threw my arms around him and I gave him a hug. That makes a difference. You just never know how you can change people's life by just making a little, just letting them know that they matter. See them and know that they matter. And that is all it takes. We can each shine our lights a little bit at a time. And that is so awesome. So mirror practice is also wonderful. And also dressing for success is wonderful. Taking care of yourself and beautifying yourself, taking care of your skin is wonderful. And those are the things that I do. I take care of myself. I love myself. I love to pamper myself. So thank you for sharing, Ria. Does anybody else want to say hi, Eileen?
Yeah, hi, Amy. Hi, Arlene.
And Amy, yeah, Amy, sorry.
Yes, thank you, Ria. That affirmation is so important. You were talking about the focus on the positive rather than the negative, and affirmation is one way to kind of reinforce that positive things that you focus on, you know, and to practice it each day, and just if it's just one thing to do, dress for success. That's a good start. When you feel better about yourself, you know, then you that improves your self confidence. Okay, let someone else want to share. Arlene. Good morning,
Hey,
Arlene.
how are
Hey.
you? Morning. I'm so excited to see that Binta is sharing this morning.
Oh, she
I
did
love
great.
you.
She did great, Binta. Binta did
Amazing. I
amazing.
love you so much. You are such a wonderful person, and you make what I do so much more real when I see your growth, because like soup to nuts, like it's like, wow, this stuff really works. Like I know it works, but when I see you, I'm like, you're amazing. Look at who you are, and all the great things that you're doing. You got your business going now. You're speaking. You're doing all these. You're vacationing. So there's only one thing that I would like to add, if I may, Binta. I heard you say, and it was just when I clicked on, you said the mistakes that you had made in the past, that you looked at them and you were, making progress. And I just wanted to add this little nugget to you and to anybody else who's thinking of mistakes of the past. You didn't make any mistakes. None. Everything that happened, or every decision that you made allowed you to be where you are today. They gave you flavor. They made you more understanding of people. They made you more receptive and compassionate toward people because of the journey that you have traveled. If you only ever had, and I'm speaking to myself too, if we only ever had the pretty days and the shiny times where we dress up and we look beautiful, when people come to us, you wouldn't be able to be as light and illuminating and insightful as you are. But because of your journey, that's why you can speak the way you speak. And that's why my ears are so open. And anybody who hears you can just realize, wow, this lady is not just insightful, but she has depth to her. And we want to receive you. We want to hear what you're saying, because you're speaking from a place of knowledge and a place of heart, which you couldn't possibly have had without the journey. People say, oh, I have a testimony. And people say, oh, well, I want to just have the money without the test. But no, the two go together. Your journey is what gave you flavor and beauty and insightfulness. And I think that's why I'm so drawn to you, because of all that you've gone through. So thank you so much for your time today and for your sharing. And I'm just honored to know you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Eileen. And you are one of the people that really allowed me to get out of my shell, because like I said, that talked about the story. I think you guys have heard that so many times. Eileen was the reason why I started the yoga, the yoga in Ubu Goldman. She was like, each time I come on a mastermind, I talk about yoga. So one day I came into her course. He was like, "So when are you gonna start?" And I said, "Well, I'm gonna start next month." She said, "When? What day? What time?" So I said, "Well, I don't wanna lie to her." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna say Tuesdays. What time? 10 o'clock." So anyway, you really are one of the people that I look up to, and because you're out there, knowing, seeing you all the time on television, and when you're on course, how you shine, and how you show self-confidence, and I know that it takes work. It's not just, it didn't just happen. You worked on it too. And so I love you, and you're one of those people that I respect so much. I respect all of you here. And you are the people that motivate me and make me wanna be a better person always. So thank you so much for everything that you shared. Thank you.
Thank you. Arlene is one of those. She's there. She's there.
Yeah.
She's taking action every day. She shows up. She shows up.
Yeah.
I just
Every
love it.
time.
I love it, Arlene. Thank you so much, all of you. See, that's what I'm talking about. Each of us has something that we share that is better than somebody else, and we always think that cannot do that. How can I be that? But look, everybody's growing. And that's why we surround ourselves with people, like, look, this group is amazing. So Omeka, you're next. Would love to hear from you. And she's another amazing lady here.
Yes.
Hey, Binta. Yeah, I would like, nice bracelet. I would like a copy of, well, yeah, tell me where you get that
From
from.
her, from you.
Oh,
Nice
yeah,
bracelet.
no, I'm talking about what you read, what you read.
Oh,
Think and
Yeah,
grow
because
rich.
I need sometimes, hey, Arlene, I know, like what page,
it's the self-confident formula, and it's on page 54 in the
okay.
Think and Grow Rich book.
Okay, I got a whole list of books to get. Arlene, yours is
Yeah.
one, Think and Grow Rich is
Yeah.
another. Okay.
Yeah.
I need the physical copy, yeah, sometimes. So yeah, because I was listening and I was moving around, but like sometime I might need to read something 3 times, or I might need to see it and read it. So the most I got out of what you said was your enthusiasm and your care. They say we might not remember what people said, but we'll remember how to make us feel. So yeah, I was kind of fighting not being able to listen, but I'm like, it's okay. I heard you because I was on listening, and even if we think we're not listening, it's getting in. That's why we keep coming to masterminds. That's why we, going through that unconsciously confident and all of that, those stages. And we keep hearing things over and over and over again. It becomes a part of us. So yeah, that was the main thing. And also the acts of kindness and just being kind to someone else. I'm constantly going through, it's not even a love-hate. And it's not like one part of me is wanting to do something and another part. I used to have that like really a struggle, like in my 20s. I was really like confused about myself and then the world around me. Like, why is all this war going on and nuclear power, and it wasn't as much killing each other as it is now, but it still is kind of a death culture type of situation. I still don't, it's not like I'm even trying to understand it.
Yeah. So you're muted.
Spam calling. Yeah, that was the main thing. What I do is, I have these 5 stickers, and I'm like, okay, you're not at that mirror, but you like memorize the different, I love myself all the time. You are beautiful and special. I'll make the Lori Marie Washington Rich. I just get excited. Everything you do is a success. You're now in the Comma Club making $12,500 a week and more from your different streams of income. I'm now I'm so happy and grateful now that $50,000 is coming into my bank account every single month. And so things are showing up where that is like possible. And the confidence and the knowing and sometimes seeing other people do it is not enough, because you'd be like, oh, that's them. I can do that. Only they can do it, or that's not for me. So yeah, it's constantly, I read the Oath of Manifestation every day, you know. I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity coming in unexpected places, unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and the lives of others, or whatever, you know. So yeah, it's like a constant. Louise Hay, like I said before, you can say I approve of myself 300 times, and that's not enough, like today.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would say it's enough, because you can't say things are not enough. But the more we say things, the more we do things to support ourselves and to love ourselves. And I constantly have to say, how would I like to be treated when I'm treating my mother different ways? But like, you can't wear the same clothes for 5 days. I'm sorry. And like, I kind of snapped out yesterday, and I was like, whoa. It's like forgiveness, and like I said in the beginning of the call, doing it a different way, pivoting. So yeah, main thing is to look at myself and smile. You know, I can feel myself smile, but to look in the mirror and smile. So yeah, Rhea, that mirror work is crucial. But yeah, so thanks for the conversation.
Thank you, Omeka. You're
Omeka.
always amazing.
Yeah, I had to go away from it. I had to have my mother talk to her sister. It's been at least a week.
You are always amazing, Omeka, and ever since we've met, I've gotten to know you better, and like I've told you privately before, I commend you for what you're doing, for the way you're taking care of your mother, for the way you were there for your mother. I commend you because I relate to you. My mother went through the same thing. So I commend you. I commend you, and you just keep doing what you're doing. Keep loving her and keep loving yourself, and knowing that not every day is going to be perfect, knowing that you're going to go up and down, but just coming back to the center and knowing that she is not, what is happening is not happening because she chose to happen. It's just happened. And so you loving her and taking care of yourself and loving her is the noblest thing you can do. And I commend you. And I just send you nothing but love and kindness to you and for your mother always.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. To me, one of the lessons is looking for the good in every situation. My mother held my hand for like 5 minutes yesterday and like rubbed my hand, and it was just, you know, my social media mind wanted to run and find a camera. I'm like, child, this is the moment for you and for your heart.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I've ever experienced that much care from her. You know,
Cherish
so
the moment.
we both are breaking down the barriers. You know, just simple things. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Can we, Avery, would you like to share your thoughts about this conversation about self-confidence?
So I've been like recently like trying to like work on like my like mental health journey. So like in the past, like this summer is like, it's definitely, I've been like working on my mental health and stuff and trying to like work on my self-confidence. So I'm a very like, well, I don't want to say I am because I'm not anymore. Yanni like told me like, don't say that you are because you're not, you know, like I was a very shy, introverted, like quiet person. And I was very like, I'll stay in my bubble and I won't go anywhere out of it. I'm just going to stay right here, and that's what's comfortable. But I started this new job recently, and it's really taught me like how to like everything I want. It's like a quote that I have from that job. Everything that you want is outside of your comfort zone. It's outside of your bubble. And it's like you're not going to get anything done inside of it. And like one way I was thinking about it, like, you know, part of my job is I have to call people I've never met before and like talk to people I've never met before. And it's like really hard for me because I'm like someone who's very quiet. Like I'm just like, oh gosh, like, and I always worry, like, what if they hate me? Like, what if like all this happens? Like, what if I like annoy them? Like all of these things that like rush through my head. And I'm just like, you know, like, here's my comfort zone. And here's like me calling that person like right outside. It's like, then I just expand my comfort zone a little bit to like, you know, and then eventually, like once I start doing it enough, it's like you get confident in something. And then you're like, this isn't that bad anymore. Like, and then you can keep growing and growing and growing and being more confident and doing more things, sorry. So I've just been really like working on like my mental health and like my confidence and like, you know, being able to sit and like talk in front of people, and like I'm building like my skills for like my future. I'm 20 years old, so you know, I still have a lot of time to work on myself, and a lot of I have a lot of time ahead of me to, you know, pursue everything I want to pursue. So I'm definitely like trying to start that now.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing. I mean, that's amazing. You're 20. Look at us here.
Wow, 20. I remember 20.
You have a lot
I
of
remember
time. You're taking action. You're taking
Enjoy.
action. It's just like absolutely amazing, Avery. That's, you know, to be able to where you are today. A lot of us in the past weren't necessarily where you are. So congratulate yourself and give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing great.
Exactly. Pat
Yeah.
yourself on the back because you're so young, and so many young people your age are probably not thinking this way. So you keep going, you keep doing what you're doing, and knowing that you know you are the highest creation, God's highest creation. Whatever you believe in, you are here because you are meant to be here. And so you just keep going every day. I used to be in my bubble too. It took a lot of people to get me out of, to show me how to get out of it. I was just like you. I used to stay in my bubble. I don't even like to go into social places like parties. I hate parties. I don't like parties. You know, I always stay in my corner. But now I'm just learning to just open up and speak. And that is the challenge that I have, speaking in front of people. And that is why I'm here learning. And so I commend you. I commend you.
Yes,
going.
the fact that you're here, it's amazing, Avery. Thank you so much. Amy, you're next.
Oh my gosh, I have this group so much. I'm so sorry I was late today. My schedule's been changing and I've been having a hard time making it. But first off, everybody speaking is just so beautiful. I have tears coming to my eyes listening to all these stories, and it's just very touching today, you know, like everything that everybody's talking about. And Binta, I remember back before you even did your first yoga class, and you were so timid and you were so like, oh, I don't know, and I'm afraid. To see like the way that you have blossomed and just, you know, the confidence you have now, and you're so, you know, strong within yourself. It's just so amazing. It's so amazing. And Omeka, like you seem so much more focused, and like even like I haven't seen Arlene that much, but even just today, Arlene like just seemed more not to say this like you weren't previously, but I felt more connected with you today. And Avery, is it the new girl or the girl I don't know? You know, to be here when you're 20, you know, working on yourself at such a young age like that, that's amazing. So, you know, good for you. But something that I've struggled with so much is perfectionism. And sometimes that stops us from taking action, you know, because we think everything has to be perfect. And you know, so this group has helped me with that a lot, you know, and again, I'm sorry I missed the beginning. I'll have to watch the replay, but just, you know, I am so thankful to have this support and, you know, be in the company of all you amazing ladies. It's wonderful. So thank you so much,
Yes.
everyone.
Thank you, Amy.
Still Brittany, of course, for starting this.
Doing out of your comfort zone. We only have like 6 more minutes. Thank you, Amy. for your
Thank you.
share. Kathleen, I know you're driving. Would you like to say something, or you prefer to just pass on?
No, it's too much to drive, work
Okay,
directions with my mom, and then all of that. But love you,
no
ladies. Love
problem.
you,
Love
Binta.
you
Thank
too.
you so much.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. How about
Loveline, yeah, Loveline, we haven't heard from you. Would you like to share or tell us your thoughts about this conversation about self-confidence?
I know she says she's commuting, so
Okay, she may not be able, but
right.
Binta, would you like to say something else now that we're getting close to that we're at the top of the hour, basically?
Well, I just want to say that let us just continue loving ourselves and being kind to ourselves and being compassionate and knowing that, like Amy was saying, we are not perfect. We are not perfect. We are made to make mistakes and relearn again. And it's okay to start again. And it doesn't matter how old you are, you can always start again. And the good thing about believing, having faith is that God always allows you to start again. It doesn't matter. So just keep going. You don't have to be perfect. I've learned that being perfect, it throws me off. Like each time I'm ready to teach on Saturdays at the park, I try to write down notes and everything and try to remember. And then when I go start teaching, I forget everything and I start to shake. I'm like, oh God, what am I doing? I'm like, but I just go from my heart. Always listen to your heart. Your heart never fails you. Your heart is always here for you. But many times I am here and I don't listen to hear. But when I learn to listen to my heart always leads me to the right direction. Your heart is always here for you. Always, always here for you. So always listen to your heart. No matter what, listen to your heart. Your heart always guides you to the right direction, takes you to the
Yeah,
right road. So thank you. That is
thank
what I have to say. And I thank you, Remy, for giving me the opportunity.
thank you, Binta. Like Arlene was saying that all your mistakes, there's no mistake. Everything that happened in your life is part of your journey. That's to get you to where you are today. I've always like all these regrets from the past, what I have done, all this, but that's what bring me here. That's what bring me to all of you ladies here to be connected with all of you amazing ladies. So Arlene, you're next.
Talking about perfection and talking about what are some things that we do. Sometimes we feel like we're doing these affirmations and we're saying, oh, okay, I'm great and I'm wonderful. And the brain says, well, no, you're not, because remember that thing that happened? Remember 2 years ago? Remember 10 years ago, that mistake? So this is a quick one, a quick exercise that you can use. What you need, the same way that your brain is giving you evidence that you're not because of the past, you have to give your brain evidence. And just psychologically, I don't know why, we're conditioned to grab on and latch on to the negative things, but the good things that happen, we forget. Like I can say, you're wonderful, you're great, you're amazing, you forget it. But that one person 5 years ago who said, I really don't like you, you remember it and it's vivid in your mind. So quick exercise, write it down. When you do your mirror work, say, I remember one thing each day that you did yesterday that you're proud of. So I am proud of you, Binta, because yesterday you, and you tell yourself exactly, specifically what you did yesterday. And then after that, and you're doing this every day, after that, you look in the mirror and you say, I love you, Binta, and I forgive you for what happened yesterday that you did, that's in the back of your mind, playing and playing, that you did, that and it might not even have been yesterday. It might have been 2 years ago. For some of us, it's 20 years ago. Remember 20 years ago when you didn't say nice things to that lady?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So bring it up, because remember, it's in there. We don't forget anything. We just don't have immediate recall. But that's why they can put you under hypnosis and you can tell them what happened when you were 5 years old, because you're still playing it. That incident that happened that's now causing you to feel insecure or, reject the good things that you're saying. So you're doing the affirmations, but this will help them to stick. So first of all, I love you and I'm proud of you for, I forgive you for, And then the last one, I'm deciding to. So today I decide to. So because now you've forgiven yourself for that relationship with your grandmother, that relationship with your brother, the relationship with your ex, now today I'm deciding to, what are you going to do today that's different? And these three things will then give you evidence to support your new self. Because remember, it's where you were yesterday and it's who you're going to be tomorrow. And you want to focus on that and get closer and closer to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arlene. You always give us so much nuggets.
They're in the book.
Thank you so much.
There's nothing new under the sun.
I'm gonna get
learning.
the book.
But
I promise.
we're at the top of the hour. I just want to remind everyone, all of you, each of us, we have our own gifts and talents and passions. And sometimes we don't want to take that out because we didn't think it was enough to share, or it's good enough, or whatever it is, it's not perfect. But the truth is, whatever it is we're not sharing with other people, someone else is missing out on it. All of us know something more than the other person, including you're 20 years old, but even you have something that I don't know about. So
Probably social media is probably better at it than all of us.
Yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. At the Tony Robbins thing yesterday, it says, yes, focus on your dot. The dot is really like, you don't need to serve the whole world. You don't need to serve the entire United States. You only need to serve whatever the small population of people that could benefit from what it is that you have. Even if you're selling the same product, somebody else may get it the different way if I get it from Ria or from Amy or from Arlene, because of you, the connection. So remember, you have something that is that someone else could benefit from. So don't keep it inside, whatever you have, bring it out and share it. Thank you so much, Binta. You are so amazing. This is such a good topic for every one of us. And Binta, do you want to say something to close this out?
No, just thank you for being here, and thank you for lending an ear and letting me express myself. And I thank you. I am so grateful to you all, because you always allow me to grow, and I'm learning and every day. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, all.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful
Bye.
day, everybody.
Seeing you all again.
Okay.